What's up YouTube? I have caught Cerebro fever recently and now I am trying to find some fresh twists on different Cerebro archetypes at different power numbers. Today I'm revisiting Cerebro 3, which is one of the old proven and tested Cerebro archetypes, but included some tech choices which make it much harder for your opponent to play against you and honestly can make their lives quite miserable. So first of all, there are two Series 4 cards that are good but ultimately both replaceable. Instead of Zabu and Valkyrie, you could technically play cards like Armor, you could play Hawkeye, you could try Cosmo, you could tech in something like Luke Cage, or you could even try Bast in this just to give you some inspiration. But this build specifically has some cool synergies and some cool interaction. So the core idea behind this is of course playing Cerebro and copying it with Mystique ideally, while only having cards in play that have 3 power, which will then get buffed to 7 if we have both online. Valkyrie is very good in this deck for 2 reasons. She can buff Mystique and Valkyrie up to 3 power as well, and Zabu too, while she's also a great control tool that can take care of your opponent's big stuff. Talking about taking care of big stuff, we also have Shang Chi, which we can technically copy with Absorbing Man. We also have Killmonger for our opponent's small stuff. And if that is not enough control for you yet, we also have Juggernaut as well as Spider-Man for some location controls and manipulating our opponent's positioning. That allows Absorbing Man to have a ton of great targets and combos on turns 5, 6, and 7. Why am I saying turn 7? We also play Magik to prolong the game. This gives us better odds of finding Cerebro and Mystique throughout the game, but this also allows us some really nasty combo turns on turn 6 or 7. The best case scenario would be having a Zabu online early on, then playing Magik on turn 5, and then going for the infamous Spider-Man Absorbing Man combo on turn 6, locking your opponent out of 2 locations on that final turn 7. Last card not mentioned yet is Scarlet Witch in case some unfavorable location pops up, maybe something like Sewer System. Scarlet Witch can keep our cards safe from debuffs or buffs, which would ruin the Cerebro synergy. But she also has another very cheeky use case. If we Magik, get a Limbo on turn 5, Scarlet Witching our own Limbo and catching our opponent by surprise. Be cautious with this play though, only do that if you're sure you're going to be ahead on turn 6. But it is a cheeky way to win a lot of cubes in a very unexpected manner. So my verdict on this deck is it is very strategic to play. It's also quite fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I would not recommend it for climbing past the 70s or 80s ranks though. I do think it just needs too many combo pieces for it to really shine, and you won't always draw those in the right order. And I will have some gameplay highlights for you in a moment, but I first want to say thank you to Eternal Evolution for sponsoring this video. Eternal Evolution is an idle RPG that is free to play on Android, iOS devices as well as PC through an emulator. It is set in a science fiction world with rich lore as well as a unique and diverse set of high quality graphics showcasing all of the different landscapes. It starts off with an interactive tutorial explaining all of the game's mechanics, economy and immersing you into the story. What stood out to me about Eternal Evolution is that it gives you a lot of agency compared to most other games of the same genre. You have a ton of options of how you want to position your team, how you want to aim your skills in combat, who you want to play against, if you want to go into a PvE mode, story mode, or if you want to face other players in PvP combat. You also have the option to go on some roguelike expeditions, collecting equipment as well as rewards along the way to boost up your team. And another big upside is that the game has a fairly generous economy. Even as a free-to-play player, you have a lot of opportunities to unlock new heroes and collect a lot of login and quest rewards. And the game just got released recently, which is celebrated with some free top-tier hero unlocks. All you need to do is download the game for free through one of the links provided in the description or the pinned comment of this video, or the QR code that you can see on the screen right now. Rhino can give you location disrupt. Yeah, Magik technically already gives you location disrupt, right?
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Oh, so we are Cerebro 4 now. The thing is, I don't want to play Nova too early. Save it till the late game. Because my opponent can also pop it with Killmonger. And people, like most people that are only used to CCGs don't realize how ridiculously much skill it adds. Magik greater than Rhino is nice for getting your opponent off guard and ending at turn 6. Oh, Magik into Rhino. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, it's also a cheeky combo. But those are like... Those are all very niche scenarios. Magic into Rhino doesn't happen that often. It's really hard to pull off. It's very situational. And there are very few situations where you would need Rhino if you already have Magic anyway. Okay, I actually... Oof. What is this demon play though? Are you not Killmongering at some point? Okay, so we could Absman to get rid of the location because we really need to get rid of the location. But the other cool play is just Juggernaut now because they might try Carnage or Venom or something like that. The issue is then I break my Cerebro. I think it's Absman. As silly as it looks, I think it's Absman here. Too bad we didn't have priority. Well, I think we found our Valkyrie lane. Or Shang. Man, when we're playing Deadpool, I'm not sure if I want to play Magic, I'll be honest. I honestly don't think I want to. Ideally, they will have priority. We're getting priority with Shang here. God damn it, Hood. So we just do this and hope. It's a pretty good play. We're up to 16 power on the right. It's like Taskmaster into Venom that beats me. Sorry, Taskmaster into Deadpool. Maybe Valkyrie middle is a better play? I don't think so though. Let's see. It's 3 cards, it can't be that. Holy smokes, that was dumb. Well, I guess we had a 12.5% chance of all 3 cards going right. Marvel Snap came at a super good time. Lore was getting pretty stale for me. Yeah, I felt the same. Yeah, I also burned out from Runeterra by playing it too much and by being such a tryhard, which is something that I'm not doing with this game, and that's why it's much nicer and easier. Shuri in my shop, is she worth pinning? Yeah, Shuri is probably the best deck in the game right now. It's very straightforward, very lame. A lot of people are going to consider it cheesy, but it is the best deck after the balance patch, which was not that impactful, unfortunately. I guess Zabu time. We gave them Zabu, Spider-Man, Absman, one of those 3. It's our Zabu. Do we even want to play Darkhawk here? It does break our Cerebro. I think it's Juggen trying to hit the right side. Where are they gonna play? I'd say middle. Just finished the discard video, didn't expect to see you streaming. Yeah, today the schedule, the timing is a bit different. Go right side! Woo! Okay, not the biggest value hit, but I'm still happy about it. So we can just lock our opponent out of one location by Spider-Man into Absman. I think we do that on... That sound is so disgusting. Right side or left side? I should have probably snapped here. Never punished. So often if you like click end round and then you realize you should have snapped and you try to do it, your opponent already locked in their play. Ah, perfect. Actually, a good chance we just play Darkhawk here because we don't have Cerebro. So we know our opponent is also holding a Darkhawk. Okay. There's Cerebro. We have priority, so Shang is useless. Darkhawk right now is just 4 power. Cerebro and Mystique looks a bit weird, but it could be Cerebro plus Sentinel. Just Cerebro means we win the left by 1. Where do we want this 5 power? This would still lose to Rock Slide. I think I'm going middle. This is really hard, not really knowing what to expect from our opponent. I would assume they're just a Serra Darkhawk kind of deck. So the scariest play would be like Darkhawk, Rock Slide, and a 3rd card. It's not that easy to beat, but they seem to just not have drawn all of those cards. Well, in that case, play any other 3 power cards. You could consider Rhino, you could consider Hawkeye. Maybe Armor. Maybe Luke Cage. Anti-debuffs. But if you have no Valkyrie and no Bast, well, it's fine. You still have Shang Chi in this deck. You can take care of some of your opponent's big stuff. Death's Domain. We can get in there with Magic. We'll have to redraw Magic. And replace Valkyrie in the Cerebro 3 deck. Like, Valkyrie doesn't have a great replacement. Honestly, at that point, you could also just play... Blue Marble is not that great. My opponent did play Bast, though, but I do think I want to do this. Cerebro 2nd in case we top deck Mystique. Now we can also keep this until the very end and surprise our opponent with Cerebro. I'm liking this. I'm liking this quite a lot. This is a very good start for us. There's better Scarlet Witch or Rhino. I like Scarlet Witch more. Like, if you have Scarlet Witch and Magic, I don't think you need Rhino anymore. Sure. We have plenty of time to fill this up again. Scarlet Witch is curvier. That's a weird way of expressing it, but yes, you're technically right. What did we just see? Killmonger, so we want to keep our Killmonger. Because our opponent's playing the bounce deck. We want to give him space? I think we want Juggernaut here. Just to annoy them a bit. You know what? Might as well go sooner. But it's good to play a Sentinel every turn. It's like free value, right? Let's do this. Oh, nice. We killed the Mysterio for free. What else did you play on the left? You're killing off your Iceman? But why? There's the Spooderman. Like, people are too scared of RNG in card games. Scarlet Witch is technically a Rhino that costs 1 less energy. Because on average, Scarlet Witch is gonna have an average outcome. It can be good for you, it can be bad for you, you don't know it before it happens. But at the point in time when making the decision whether or not to play Scarlet Witch, it will on average give you an average location. So she is a 2-3 with the same effect as a 3-3. So you would want to play the 2-3 over the 3-3. Now, of course, there is some risks, like if you play her at a location where you are ahead, the risk is a downside while the upside doesn't exist because you don't need a good location anymore. So it's not quite as simple, but I guess you get what I'm trying to say. So now if we Spider-Man and Appsman, our opponent just leaves. But sure, we're happy to see our opponent rage quit.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, we can even Shang their America Chavez. What you gonna do now? Bazing. I'm having flashbacks from the good old Zabu, pre-nerf Zabu days. People also don't play blindly into unrevealed locations as often as they should. Not even close. What's better for 3k tokens in your opinion, Bast or Zabu? Oh, this is a very close one. I think Zabu is a bit more versatile. I can see playing more decks. Right now, people seem to be really high on Bast. But I think overall, long-term Zabu is better. But I think I want Zabu on the right side. The thing is, I will follow up with Cerebro Mystique. And I want all of these in one location so I can Valkyrie there on the last turn. Fuck. Well, how many Sentinels do I want? I don't want... How much do I care about rocks at this point? I found most of the good cards. I guess I'm missing Valkyrie and maybe Spider-Man. Daredevil start could definitely be Galactus. Also, golden background baby variant. Pretty cool. Oh, we're playing WW LOS. Guess then it makes sense. That is evil. Does he play any location control is the question. I know he mostly likes to play Sarah decks. Like Sarah control decks, and they often tech in Scarlet Witch. Is there X middle? I'm not sure if that even wins. Well, that is annoying. So Killmonger does hit Nightcrawler. I feel like he might be able to end the game preemptively here. This might be a Scarlet Witch. I'm still gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna stay in it. This is a classic for the content moment. Oh.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
That was risky. Gonna have to run here though. How can you tell, for example, in this deck if Bast is better than Zabu or not? Just experience and playtesting. Okay, we have a very nasty Zabu into Spider-Man Absorbing Man here. Don't even need magic, we can just do it on turn 5. Let's hear the flow. Maybe at some point at a Sabathon or for some charity or something, I'll drop some bars. I love hip-hop though. I think one of my favorite like karaoke tracks is Man's Not Hot. That one is so good. Okay, we're probably up against Galactus? Keg W? No, we're not doing it. The pass also seems really weird here. If it's Galactus, we should just float here. I don't think we care about them drawing their whole hand. Oh, perfect. Okay, now the question is, where are they gonna Galactus? Is it middle or left? You know what we can do? Wait, if we magic middle, no matter if they Galactus left or middle, we'll outscale them, right? We win the late game. I'll wait and see if they snap, and then I'll snap back on top. Yeah, I was thinking they might go left because of null doubling up. But like now we kind of just win this into Valkyrie. Oh, I forgot to snap. I suck at this. I got distracted. Well, I give them time again. I leave the rope hanging in case my opponent wants to run into it. Come on, Face Melter, you can do it. Does this not look like a super favorable position to you? What are my favorite artists, someone asked earlier on. I always have phases switching between like 90s hip-hop and some modern, more fun hip-hop. What? This is absolutely ridiculous. Hashtag potential stream snipe. This moment when even the official Marvel Snap account comes into Twitch chat and laughs at you. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you around. Galactus players are getting wise. Yeah, maybe they're finally developing instincts. That genuinely surprised me though. I was sure that would be a 4-cuber or an 8-cuber. And now I have to settle on a measly 1. Scared of Shang Chi? But I mean, most of the time Galactus doesn't care about Shang Chi because usually the other player will have priority. Ooh, I don't really have a play here. Just for mana efficiency, I could play Killmonger. Just to see how Asteroid M works. But this might get shot up anyway. What? Hey, evil. We do have Valkyrie to counteract this. Also, I should not have played Zabu into this. I just realized it afterwards. Rookie mistake, I know. I want Scarlet Witch here. I don't know if this is good or bad for my opponent. I'm really debating between Darkhawk and Valkyrie as my next Series 4, but not Zabu. I get it, both of them are more flashy. Zabu is probably the most versatile and it can be played in the most, like in the biggest number of different decks. He's not as exciting, that's for sure. So I kind of got to do this because of potential Professor X. And then, because I'm a good player, I would just top deck Spider-Man. It feels like Professor X, though. Oh, Hobgoblin Right is also devastating. Oh, the moves! Just wait until Valkyrie crushes your soul. Okay, I don't know what else this deck plays, though. Okay, so Spider-Man left. I don't even need Absorbing Man. Good thing is here, my opponent's gonna have priority, so Valkyrie Right is gonna seal the deal for sure. I think I'll take the risk to snap back here. Snapping back on the final turn surely won't work. Everyone is still playing Shuri. Opponent only has one card in hand. If it's Heimdall, I'm in trouble. I would beat Heimdall if I play Cerebro Mystique. I would get +8 on the left, 16. They get 10 to the left. So do I go for the Giga Brain Heimdall predict? They only played Miles last round. What do you think, Chad? They must have some clunky card in hand. They only played Miles Morales last round. So this is the straightforward play. Or this is the Giga Brain play. I just trust my instincts here for the 8-cuber. No! Wait, this might still be a win. No, it's not a win. Wait, is it a win? No, Green Goblin. So close though. Okay, enough with the fancy plays. Valkyrie would have just worked. So they had Shang Chi in hand, I think. That was the card they didn't want to play. Doesn't killing Red Skull also 0 Taskmaster? No. Starting off with Bass, that's always scary. Hey Lobster, if you have already reached infinite, is there a point to getting more cubes? Well, yeah, if you want to climb more ranks, you can get more cubes. I like to move it, move it. I shouldn't be doing this. This is good. Like, if my opponent plays a random Miles Morales, this is good for them. But I can't resist. Six power Zabu is gonna have to hold here. You can do it, I believe in you. Pretty sure the only change that Taskmaster had in the patch was that if we would have had priority, right? Our opponent plays Taskmaster, and before he flips over and the unrevealed effect triggers, we Hadouken the Red Skull away. Then Taskmaster goes to 0 because he doesn't have a card to copy. Or I'm actually not sure if he goes to 0 or if he just copies the previously played card then. The one that was played before Taskmaster. If he copies Shuri for 2 power. Okay, this is actually tough because we don't have Magik. Valkyrie into Absorbing Man is kind of a cool play. Also, my opponent can't properly bounce anymore. They don't have something like Beast. Wait, I could do this. What if I do this and then next turn, like, Absorbing Man, Killmonger? Pretty sure we win this. This is also very good at not getting priority ourselves. This guarantees our opponents to have priority. Which means that the Absorbing Man copying the Valkyrie effect gonna hit everything they play in the middle. Oh, and the free Widow's Bite, let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this line of play was actually brilliant. They get all the bishop buffs first, the cards flip first. Wait, we gotta play Absorbing Man first though, because Valkyrie was the last card played. So the Widow's Bite's kinda useless. Does it matter where we play this guy? I don't think it does. Right, we're going to 21 middle. Our opponent can't beat that after getting Valkyrie. Ooh, Darkhawk actually. Ooh, I might have misplayed here. I forgot about Darkhawk. I think we're still good. Just barely. I think we're like 2 power ahead in the middle. Oh, and Asteroid M exists. I completely forgot about that. Victory. Still amazing. Like, sometimes you think you're doing smart while you're doing quick maths, and then you think you have the master plan and figured everything out, and then everything like resolves completely different than you would have imagined. And somehow you still win. What is this? Just want to tell you how much I appreciate your call. Oh, thank you, Cody. takes on decks have helped me to really develop my own decks and grow the game. Cool. Love to hear it. But also in that regard, honestly, most of the credits go to other deck builders. I think we start off with Sentinel spam, to be honest. This could be fun. It's a Thanos deck. Like, we just kind of ruined their day here. How many Zabus do we want? 2 is fine. Pretty sure 2 is fine. Next case, we Scarlet left, most likely. Maybe middle if this is terrible for us. Okay, it's already turn 4. This doesn't do anything anymore. The content for the top tier play, along with top tier comment. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's almost like when I first watched Hearthstone. Interesting. What kind of creators did you watch in Hearthstone then? But yeah, Hearthstone when it first started out attracted a lot of competitive people right away, that's true. Reality Stone is already out, we were perfectly fine with limboing here. Ooh, this is gonna be an enormous Shang. Also gonna be a good Killmonger. Yeah, so Shang right, Killmonger middle is gonna win it for us. Jug is also amazing. It's like 10 ways of winning this game. There's literally 10 ways of winning this game. This and then Shang, Killmonger. Don't even need Cerebro here. Do you think Snap can go far in the future compared to other TCGs right now? Yes. Oh, they can't play anymore. Ah, no, they can move a card into Limbo. That's actually a bit annoying, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. Because I don't know how they want to beat Shang Killmonger here.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
With 1 card left to play. Can't get anything into mid. Mid is secure. But I guess a random Cosmo is still scary. And it would be nice to have more tournaments and like more of an infrastructure and everything like that, but for now it's perfectly fine. Ooh, loving it. Loving it. Oh, the 8 cuber. Juicy one. This is nasty. We had all of the right counter cards for the last 2 turns. Quantum Taco. That was the nemesis of one of my YouTube videos. I remember playing Quantum Taco like 4 times in a row. When matchmaking was at its peak. So again, we have the decision of whether or not to wait for Mystique, since we already have Magik in hand. I don't think we do it. It might be good to like default to hiding Cerebro from your opponent though. Okay. The Angela synergy, nasty. That's a very cool way to make use of the hot location. Okay, so we can win Mojo World with Juggernaut. Just gotta set it up. I can double Jug on the final turn. Is that a good or a horrible idea? It's too early to say, huh? Definitely want to keep the spaces open to have playmaking potential everywhere. So Jug right is gonna win Mojo World. Unless my opponent plays a White Tiger style version. Okay, but how do I win one of the other two locations? Do I just try it? We gotta kick the Iron Man out of left. That's basically the only thing. Mystique is gonna go middle anyway. Let's play roulette. Let's see what happens here. Perfect. Just don't be Iron Man. Oh shit, I didn't know it would work that way. I thought this would get kicked back. Still worked. Victory. Of course this was perfectly calculated and just as I expected. Outside your house? Bring it! Bring the battle to me. I'm ready. None of our cards benefits from Camartage. So I want to Juggernaut this on turn 4 because of Shuri. This would clog my hand, I can't do it. So this is the only play that really makes sense. Sentinel mid or left, I guess. Cosmo. And now they're playing Shuri right. We coin flip priority twice in a row, which was both pretty nice. Do I want to snap? Without Cerebro, we're not strong yet. Oh! If I Spider-Man left now, we have full control over Titania. I think I want to try this, but not snap. That makes sense. Well, so much for control over Titania. Oh, we don't have Shang anymore.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, whoa! It did actually work, and we're winning this by 1. Let's go! Just as I imagined it, just as I planned. Wasn't that perfectly calculated, chat? Think this should be good? They're probably just playing one big card into the middle. I kind of want to snap, but I don't think I can. But then again... Nah, I don't want to make my opponent run. Think about the content, Lobster. This is scary. I would... Much deserved victory. Screw you, Shuri player. This is what it needs to get a 2Q victory against the Shuri deck. Just a quick reminder that this video is sponsored by Eternal Evolution. If you want to try this idle RPG, download it now through the link in the description or in the comments.